Hi babe, welcome to your reading. This is a general reading of the current situation. We've got a card for the vibe check, of course, what came before that and what's coming in for you. And then we'll get some more information as well. I had some technical difficulties at the beginning of this video, but I do have your tarot cards pulled. So for the present position, I had pulled the Four of Wands. I am very excited for you. This is a card of homecoming, of renewal and reunion celebration. This is one of the most positive cards in tarot. Like, this is such a great card. This might be complicated a little bit by what came out for the past position here, which was the Ten of Swords. I'm so sorry. This is it's crazy that this is like one of the best cards in the deck, and this is one of the most painful ones. This is a really painful ending that you've had here. This was something that was really difficult for you, but it ended up, you've made really good choices for yourself, and you've gotten yourself to a place of stability and security and support. That is really amazing. When we go through something like this and then we get to a point of safety, this part doesn't just go away, right? Like, this is still something that might be alive within you. You're doing an amazing job of handling it though, and for the future position, it's going to get even better. The Sun card, this is gorgeous. I love this story for you. I hate this for you, but the way that it's panning out right now and the way that it is going to continue to pan out for you, ending whatever this was so the right decision. And I know you know that. I know you didn't need to be told that. You already knew, right? That's why you're here. That's why you're at this Four of Wands. Your will is so powerful. Even if this is just like an internal homecoming to yourself, which then with the Sun in the future position is, I mean, this is such a beautiful story of like rebirth and knowing your worth, because you are so worthy. You're not quite fully in your Sun energy, which is very radiant. You know, this is you again. You chose yourself in this situation, and I'm so proud of you. Like, that's not an easy thing to do, by the way. Like, there's so many factors that make it really difficult for a lot of people to choose themselves and to put themselves first, but you're on this incredible trajectory towards becoming like the fullest version of yourself without, like, whatever this was, good riddance, right? Like, good riddance. And so you are coming home to yourself by choosing to leave this, by making this decisive ending, right? And it's only going to keep growing. Keep choosing yourself, babe. This is I am so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. Oh my god. To really move into this energy, follow your inspiration too. Whatever speaks to you as a person, as your true self also. This is the sun's rays. It is beautiful and warm and everything, but it is fire. It is a fiery energy, and you're just going to continue to burn away anything that doesn't allow you to be your fullest self. There is no more distortion of your identity for you. The worst is over because you ended it, and you had that strength to end it. You're never going back to this either. That's the thing that is so beautiful. I'm so grateful for you too, that you were able to come home to yourself, choose yourself, and you are becoming your highest self by making these sorts of decisions. So overall, what this is telling me is that you've learned from your past, you've chosen yourself, you are deepening your connection to yourself in this moment right now. There's this quote from Women Who Run with the Wolves. one of my favorite books ever. If you haven't read it, please, please read Women Who Run with the Wolves. It's such a powerful, powerful read that I think every person, but especially if you identify as a woman, every woman should 100% read Women Who Run with the Wolves. And one of the things that she talks about in there is this concept of the wild woman. Hold on, let me grab the book and read you the quote because it's so important. Okay, literally, you can see how worn my copy of this is. I love this book. Please, if you don't have a copy of it, please pick it up. It is so, I recommend it to everyone. But listen to this, okay? This is what popped in my head, and I feel like it's so applicable to your situation right now. Yet it is these fleeting tastes which come both through beauty as well as loss, that cause us to become so bereft, so agitated, so longing, that we eventually must pursue the wildish nature. Then we leap into the forest, or into the desert, or into the snow, and run hard, our eyes scanning the ground, our hearing sharply tuned, searching under, searching over, searching for a clue, a remnant, a sign that she still lives, that we have not lost our chance. Oh my God, I'm gonna get emotional. And when we pick up her trail, it is typical of women to ride hard to catch up, to clear off the desk, clear off the relationship, clear out one's mind, turn to a new page, insist on a break the rules, stop the world, for we are not going on without her any longer. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. All right, and let's get a card that speaks to some message that is going to help you stay in touch through this process of self-rediscovery. I mean, this is so affirming. This card is Eternal Center, Guru, Protection, Peace. There is a place within me, still calm, steady, eternal. So 100%, you're coming home to yourself, babe. and the thing that you've realized through making this decision, through whatever situation this was, you've realized that no one can take you from you, okay? There's this center within you that can never be taken away, can never...
You'll never defeat the human spirit. You'll never defeat God.
It will always be there, this internal sanctuary, and it may be buried, you know. I know for me, when I was going through a similar situation like this, oh man, it took some time for me to get back to my like inner sanctuary and to recognize that it was never going to go anywhere. Like it cannot be taken from you. And once I realized that, and like I started meditating and just doing the things that make me me, that's how you maintain this this center of peace, of an inner sanctuary. Oh my God, babe. So whatever it is that makes you feel the most like you, make sure that you are building that into your day. Try to do something related to that, something that reminds you of your internal sanctuary and affirms that you carry that with you wherever you go. Make that a daily practice somehow, in some way. It doesn't have to be huge. Journaling, meditating, whatever it is that makes you remember who you are, because who you are is so radiant and beautiful, babe. Like, and the thing is, like, again, I mentioned this in one of the other readings recently, it's so cheesy to be like, you're so unique and special, but truly you are. Literally no one else could be you. No one else could do the things that you do. No one else could see the world in the way that you see it, or have the thoughts that you have, or bring the gifts that you bring. And the way to embody that is by returning to your internal sanctuary anytime you need to, anytime, and keep it up in a practice, because that the more that you tread a path, whether it's in the woods or like neurologically, the more we think a certain thought, the more we repeat a certain thought to ourselves, or a certain thought pattern or whatever, that neural pathway gets easier and easier to go down. It takes less and less energy for your brain to go down that neural pathway, and so you can change them. if there's a certain neural pathway that maybe was implanted by whatever situation you walked away from. I know it's really difficult, but especially through a practice of some kind, something that you do regularly to counteract that, you can literally change your mind, and it gets easier over time to return to that inner sanctuary the more you tread that path. So try to do it as much as you can. I know for me, I like to have a little mantra of some kind, and it's the mantras, you can look up mantras and find other ones that maybe resonate with you, or another really powerful way to have a mantra that leads you back to yourself like that is just by coming up with one yourself. One of my hashtags that I use all the time is protect what you love, because that to me is a really important mantra for myself, especially learning self-love. And I can be very protective over the things that I love, the people that I love, the beings that I love, the things that I love. I'm very protective over them. And for the longest time, I wasn't protective over myself like that. I really had a hard time learning to love myself. But then once I chose myself, because I've been through a situation like this too, babe, where once I chose myself and realized that of all the people in the world that I love and that I am ready to give my love away to, I deserve that first. And the thing about love is that it's endless. Like it's a completely renewable, infinite resource. Like you can just make more if you're taking care of yourself. And so that's where this inner sanctuary really comes in handy, because you can come into this inner sanctuary and just get more love from there, because this is your connection to source. This is your connection to a greater abundance that is all around us, that is in us, that is us. Okay, so if you don't meditate, I would give meditation a shot if that's something that you're even a little bit open to. I know meditation is like a very intimidating concept for a lot of people. I don't know if maybe you already do meditate. A lot of people really think that meditation has to be like in this very like rigid or specific way, that it can only be the, you know, like singing bowls on and whatever. But meditation can be walking, it can be drawing, it can be whatever gets you into a flow state. Okay, that is an important part, is whatever it is that gets you into a flow state. So for some people it's dancing. Some people are like, I really got to get back in touch with myself after like this crazy week that I've had or whatever, like let me go out dancing. And then they get into a flow state and they get lost in the music, they get lost in the experience of it. And that is meditation too. You are worthy of your own love before anyone else. You are lovable. If whatever situation that made you forget that temporarily, punch it in the face, okay? Rebuke that. It's over. And that's the best part about this card being in the past position. It's already over. You've won. You made it. You freaking made it, babe. Oh my God. Okay, let's get a yoga card for you to see what else is going to be helpful for you along this way. Oh my God. So 3 cards all jumped out for you. Spirit has a lot to say about this. So the first one that I'm going to start with is the karma card. And so people kind of misunderstand what karma means. It doesn't mean consequences necessarily. Karma is the sum of our actions in this life and in past lives. What this is saying is that you are moving along your path. You are following what makes you actually feel aligned, you know? You're moving along your path towards your dharma, which is like your purpose, what fulfills you. So by following what you know is right for you, you've started to become more aligned with your dharma, your purpose, what you're here to do. So keep following that, keep following the threads to that. What can help you, this beautiful, beautiful goddess, Bhuvaneshwari. So the name Bhuvaneshwari translates to basically like queen of the universe, ruler of worlds. You know, she is, look at her, like she's very calm and very in tune with herself. She knows what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing, and everything is in alignment here. You can see she is the cosmic womb. This is, you can see she's holding this moon right above her womb space. She very much symbolizes space in general, and not just like outer space, but inner space as well. Like infinite expansion of the universe, of our consciousness, of ourselves. So this is definitely calling you, again, like all of this is saying, stay aligned, stay on your path. You have this idea now of what it is that you're here to do, what it is that is going to bring you the most fulfillment. Make space for it as well. This is what I'm saying about meditation and things too, is that when we sit in stillness or whatever it is that gets us into that flow state, it is so expansive internally for us that it creates room for more blessings to come in, for more of ourselves. So beautiful. And that is so affirmed by the third card that came out for you, Svadhyaya. This is one of the niyamas, or one of the sort of codes of conduct for how we treat ourselves versus the external world, right? So Svadhyaya is self-study. Oh my God, I love this so much, because Bhuvaneshwari is the mistress of space, right? The queen of space. And I'm talking about inner space as well as outer space. This is inside of you. Okay, there's all these infinitely unfolding, and you can continue to go deeper and deeper and deeper within yourself. There's so much to explore within yourself, and by doing so, you are going to just become more and more aligned. All of these different aspects within you are going to become more aligned. You're going to be able to, maybe, I'm really getting that if you're not journaling already, please start keeping a journal. That was one of the most transformative things for me when I was going through a process like this, was starting to keep journals, like as a practice. It was very, very important for me to be able to, first of all, just get my thoughts out of my head and not carry them all around with me all the time, and to just be able to put them on the page and let them stay there. And then over time I can look, and I'm so glad that I started journaling when I did, and I started keeping journals, because now going back into my old journals and reading about where I was at that point in life, I can see how far I've come. That's something that a lot of people struggle with a lot of times, is kind of giving themselves credit for how far they've come. We're always so focused on progress, on moving forward, on moving on, and all these things, that sometimes we forget to look behind us and see how far we've already come. Because we can, I don't know about you, but sometimes I can get really down on myself sometimes about this person is already achieving this thing, and that person's, all blah, blah, blah. But they have a different story than I do. And in my own story, looking back on where I was before to now, and just to be able to see that process written out in, it's a very interesting little book that I've written about myself, basically, or like series of books that probably wouldn't be interesting to anyone else but me. But it has been such a beautiful, beautiful tool to learn about myself and to become aligned with myself and my dharma. And I would love that for you as well. So if it doesn't have to be necessarily journaling, but I really, really, really recommend it. But either way, really spend some time learning about yourself, coming home to yourself, and becoming very crystal clear about what this sun moment is going to look like for you. Get specific with it. If you're still figuring out what what your ideal life would look like, that's okay, you know, but just start trying things out. Start trying out different visualizations of your future and ideas about like what your perfect life looks like, because you can make it happen for yourself. You will make it happen for yourself, okay? And the way to get there the most efficiently is by self-study, making that inner space within yourself, and making sure that the sum of your actions are conducive towards this. Yeah? Okay, so last thing, we are going to pull an animal spirit for you to help guide you along your way. Okay, babe, so your animal spirit is the peacock, which is just so perfect and affirming for the rest of this beautiful, beautiful reading. Speaking of beautiful, that's you, okay? Like, and I already know that you are freaking just so pretty. You're so pretty, okay? And I want you to affirm that to yourself. If you have any kind of doubts, if me saying that just now, if you notice within yourself any sort of like, oh, well, any sort of insecurities, which may be a thing coming from this sort of situation, I want you to rebuke that feeling, rebuke any insecurity that makes it difficult for you to accept that sort of compliment, because you are gorgeous inside and out, okay? I know by this card that you are beautiful inside and out, okay? And this really speaks to this acceptance of yourself and this choosing of yourself, and not even just yourself either, accepting who other people are as well. From this situation, maybe the decision or the way that this ended was that you accepted like, oh, this is actually my reality. This is actually happening, which sucks sometimes to have to admit to yourself. Again, I have been here, okay? And I really didn't want to. It took me a long time to accept like, oh, that really, really happened in my Ten of Swords moment. I was really prolonging that by not accepting who they were showing me that they were. You can see with clarity now, and you can accept that these people, or whatever the situation is, you can accept the situation as it is now. And in doing so, you accept yourself, and you just become more and more radiant. Yeah, and this card is also speaking to some navel gazing, some necessary navel gazing that you have been doing, and that you should continue to do to become this fully embodied version of yourself. Do a little bit of navel gazing, do a little bit of introspection and exploring of your inner worlds and stuff, because first of all, it's so fun. It's real fun in there, okay? I know it can be scary sometimes too if you have been through some Ten of Swords things, maybe more than one. I know I was, and so for a while there, I was pretty afraid of my internal landscape. I thought it was a very scary place to be, and I tried a lot of different things to be outside of my inner landscape, and that didn't really help. I just had to be brave to go spelunking in the caves, and then that brought me to this like that beautiful sanctuary within myself. And that's what I'm getting for you as well, that, you know, you've been through something really, really tough, and I'm so sorry for that. But I'm so proud of you, and I'm so excited for you, because you are at this point now of you've returned to yourself. You will never let them go again, and you are on track to continue to become more and more and more of the beautiful, unique person that only you could be in this moment, in this world. Only you could be you, and could do the things that you do, and dream the dreams that you dream, all of that. So make space for yourself, stay aligned, and keep me updated on how this goes for you, because I'm so so happy for you that you've left whatever the Ten of Swords moment was for you, and that you are on such a beautiful, beautiful, bright path of healing and self-discovery. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how it resonated, okay? I'll talk to you soon.